Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Titanfall 2 on Rocket Rabbit Commentaries. Unable to break free from Manipulator Arm, initiating attempt 35, failed. Unable to break free from Manipulator Arm, initiating attempt number 36, failed. I fucking love that joke, and it's actually a running joke for the loading screens for both of these next two levels.
Oh, like how a computer...
Yeah, we spent the entirety of this level away from BT.
Well, it's about damn time.
Oh, well, that's not fair. I mean, we spent the majority of the tutorial away from BT.
Yeah, and just like Leon spent most of the game without Ashley, yeah, it's freaking refreshing when Ashley gets kidnapped.
No, but BT's not supposed to be kidnapped. He's our Titan. We need to take care of him, and him us.
How do you kidnap a robot?
with a manipulator arm, of course.
Pilot, Cooper, if you read me, I'm being taken to this facility substation.
BT, I love you.
BT, how do I get to you?
This was supposed to be a shortcut, you dingus.
I was quote, but I decided against it.
No, let's not be a smartass. I mean, it's not like it's his fault. I mean, it kind of is his fault. I mean,
it is not his fault, for the record. It's technically our fault, but still.
Ball run. Jump. Nice grab.
Whoosh. As I mentioned in an earlier part, the kinetic feel of movement in Titanfall 2 is honestly really fucking good.
Yeah, it's a lot better when you combine it with sneak attack, multiplayer.
I don't honestly think that sneak attack works all that well in multiplayer. I wouldn't know, mind you, because I've never played the multiplayer for Titanfall 2. This is a game that requires enough finesse in its movement to where I'm pretty sure I would get absolutely stomped on if I tried any of the multiplayer stuff. This level, however, has one of the best goddamn gimmicks in any FPS platformer history. Can you guess what's going to happen before the end, Mr. Cloud?
We're gonna kill Ash.
We are gonna kill Ash, but not before the end. Before the end of this part. We will kill Ash during the next part.
Well, I mean, right now we're watching the Monsters Inc. doors get loaded up and brought on conveyor belts. Crushers.
Yes, there are tons of crushing hazards on the assembly line. Thankfully, you don't need to spend all that much time on the assembly line, so...
Huh, he had his back turned, but what the hell was he thinking he was using his shield to block? He turned his back on us.
Well, that's the thing. We threw a grenade behind his shield, so he moved his shield to block the grenade. And then while he was still in the aftermath of blocking the grenade, we decided to gun him down from behind because we can do that.
We are clever.
We know how to take advantage of positional gameplay elements, at least in theory. Come on, where is it? I've never actually used the Mozambique. I have no idea if it's a good pistol or not. I don't use the pistols in this game at all, with the exception of one at the very end of the game. But that's because, we'll get into that pistol, okay, when we get there.
I guess that's a crusher.
Well, no, that's a grinder. That will grind us into mulch for the scratch here.
They'll soak the fields with their blood.
Use cloak. Advance forward. Melee!
Surprise!
Alright, is it? No, the G2 is not the thing I was hoping for. I mean, the G2 is effectively the Spaz. It's honestly not a terrible semi-automatic shotgun. It's just not a weapon that I'm actually all that fond of.
The semi-automatic shotgun. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Find an L-Star. L-Star is my favorite weapon. So I know that the Spaz is one of the more popular weapons for the COD games. Is the Spaz actually any good though? Like
Yes.
I've never had all that much luck with it.
I mean, they don't call it shoddy for nothing, because I shot it. He died. I won the game.
Yeah, but isn't
Whoa.
it usually one of the other shotguns that that they end up using for it?
It may depend on its rarity, you know, and the availability of substitutes.
Like right here, I'm not actually using the G2 as it's meant to be used. I will grant that I'm using the rail function nicely with it, but the G2 is a shotgun. I shouldn't be at this long a range for it.
Is the game really suggesting that we use better like wall running or maneuver or position maneuvering in order to avoid having that happen again?
Yeah, because that's what a majority of the game is all about. You know, using your position to both your advantage and to your enemy's disadvantage. Like, for this segment right here, what I should be doing is using cloak in order to get behind the energy turret and to take down the dude that's manning it. And then from there, taking down the support units. Or using my grenade, like so. Mind you, my grenade did not actually take down the energy turret, and it's an automated energy turret. So, blowed it up. Haha.
Like, how about this situational tips? I'm going to give you the finger, and I'm going to do the thing that I was trying to do anyway and still complete the situation. So there.
Come on, pick up. Damn it, Past Gerdat. I want to talk about how awesome the L-Star is, although I already have done that plenty.
Uh-oh. Going fade to black. Everything's getting quiet. Dark. Discolored.
What I honestly like about this this level is not only is the gimmick really interesting, but you can tell that this would actually be at least specific segments of this map would actually make for really interesting multiplayer levels, or at least a really interesting way to base multiplayer level design. Because there are a shitload of doors in this on this area that could go into alternate rooms for either additional weapons or health pickups or armor pickups. You know, classic FPS design.
And lots of moving parts.
I'm gonna make it out of this, BT. Hang in there. I'm on my way.
Your confidence that we will reenact is encouraging. This ability to stay positive is the mark of a good pilot.
Thank you, BT.
Waiting for the platform. Uh-oh.
I was actually decently accurate with that shot. Nice.
Okay, you see how it goes up ahead? You should get off the platform before it goes up.
Yes, like right here.
I mean, not quite. Not quite. Slide helps you get to cover quickly. The next time you run stupidly into combat, you should try sliding.
That segment, loading tips.
Well, because what happens with the stupid loading tips, I'm pretty sure they're fucking situational in nature, but the game is only concentrating on just one aspect that made you die.
Well, if I had actually been in a position to slide, it would have behooved me quite a bit there to be, you know, not right next to a walking spider mine.
There, you see? You see? I didn't do the thing you advised me on, and I still completed the fucking part. Haha.
Exploding spider mines.
You know, how about this? Games? Stop telling me how to do it better and just let me fail.
I actually like the tips. I mean, they are telling me the things that I'm not doing correctly. Sure. It's a bit annoying when you fail multiple times at a thing, but the thing is, they are telling you, hey, you're not using this option. This option is viable. Why don't you try this out? And a slide in this game is actually pretty powerful. It keeps your forward momentum. It puts you at a lower profile so that you can, you know, score some additional shots relatively easily. There are benefits to the slide. I don't like using the slide in combat because, well, my keyboard isn't set up for it correctly. It's on the slide, I think, is on shift, And I've complained about my keyboard and mouse setup, like for almost the entire year now. Like in the earlier part of the year, my mouse had problems disconnecting, and then Taylor threw me this keyboard that he had in his garage for a year. So now this keyboard has been absolutely loaded with drywall dust forever that I've never bothered to clean it out. But that's not the actual problem that I have with it, because believe it or not, my keys are not sticky. The thing is, this keyboard has got a bunch of additional macro buttons on it, and because of that, the entire center of the keyboard has shifted to the right somewhat. And with it shifting that far to the right, Shift, Control, Alt, Windows, tilde, Escape, they're all in drastically different places from where from where a normal keyboard that I'm used to would have them be.
Hey, player, you died. You should have used your buddy's keyboard when he offered it to you.
My buddy's keyboard is the keyboard I'm using, goddammit.
See? You see? The tutorial tips don't help.
Damn it.
See, alright now, smart-ass tutorial. Now, what should I have done differently that time? You don't have a recommendation, do you?
Jumped
Good.
off earlier.
Should keep it that way.
Alright, now we've got the L-Star. The L-Star is an energy rifle. It is awesome. There, I have said most of what I need to do about the L-Star. I'm still using the G2 semi-auto shotgun, but you should be able to see a good portion of the desperate parts coming together now, Mr. Cloud. Have you figured out what this area is building yet?
A golf course?
It is not building a golf course.
Because, I mean, once the war is over, you gotta find some time for recreation, you know?
Yeah, but does it have any fucking golf? I don't like golf. Mostly because I'm bad at it.
I would think that Titanfall is a great stepping stone towards a golf game, because this used to actually... No, that's right, but... Okay, well, it started off as a game of dodgeball. And now they're saying, let's take the dodgeball, make it smaller. Let's take the court, make it larger. Let's make the targets a lot smaller. Oh, we have a golf game on our hands.
I don't really buy it though, because until the very end of the game, we're not gonna have we're not gonna have a stationary objective.
We've been waiting for this sequel for 45 years.
3, okay? And sadly, we're not gonna ever get another Titanfall sequel. It's very sad.
Yeah. Too many substitutes. I mean, it's...
Well, here's the thing. What Titanfall does is it has mixed warfare for as a central theme of its multiplayer, and it actually has a decent single-player campaign. No other popular shooters right now do that. Like Battlefield 2042 is trying to do that and failing horribly because the mixed warfare that it's throwing out makes it so that only one class is viable, and even that one class isn't all that fun to play with. Specifically because everyone has the ability to spawn hover tanks for free whenever the fuck they want. Eventually that'll get patched up, but right now, if you want a Battlefield experience, I would argue that Titanfall 2 gives a decent Battlefield representation without it actually being too similar to Battlefield. The additional movement options that you have, plus the reward of a Titan when a particular player is doing well, the Titans.
My platform. Why? They pulled the rug out.
They did.
Damn it.
Mind you, that's still my fault. But anyway, the Titans feel like a decent extension of COD's kill streaks.
This is a terrible checkpoint.
This is not that bad of a checkpoint. I'm just failing too hard at it.
Yeah. We're trying to get the player to keep the controller in their hands.
Which they're doing a decent job for me, because just because I'm playing it pretty badly doesn't mean that the level is bad. This is actually a really good level. It's just got all these bottomless pits that I keep falling into because I'm rushing through things that I'm not really supposed to be rushing through. I'm supposed to be taking my time and enjoying the scenery whilst we go through these combat platforming areas. Boink!
Yeah, I mean, a lot of my criticisms are coming from the perspective of, well, the far end.
The player is being shitty, okay, Cloud? That's your problem right now.
Yeah, we're definitely not talking about players at center. We're definitely talking about players, you know, off center who maybe let their emotions, you know, thwart their judgment more often than they should. And that's on the player, I understand, and that's where a lot of my criticisms are coming from. But goddamn it, you got to sell me games too.
Well, I would love to sell you a copy of Titanfall 2 when it's actually safe to play again. I don't know when that's going to be, though.
And in the next part...
Cloud has still not guessed what they're attempting to build here. Haha! I stopped myself. Be safe, everybody.
I guess we'll have to find out next time.